Well, we're back,
Mm-hmm.
and better than ever, maybe, from a certain point of view.
Yep.
So I'm Justin,
Tyler.
and we are here today to talk to you about the World Cup of Hockey that is quickly approaching. Hopefully we get it out there before it starts. I mean, it already started with exhibition, but
Yeah, it's exhibition. Nobody really cares.
yeah.
Except for Team USA.
I mean, I guess technically the whole tournament is exhibition, but this is like pre-season to the exhibition.
Well, it's the preseason because it's
Yeah.
the preseason to the preseason tournament to the preseason.
Yeah, it's a lot of preseasons. We can't stand NFL preseason, but this one was fine.
Yes.
So we thought we would give you a breakdown of the different teams in the tournament and what we think of them, and who we think's gonna win the tournament.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna analyze strengths and weaknesses of each team, and give you some people that we think should have made the team. Not over anybody in particular, but just that they should have been on there.
Yeah, some general snubs and talk about a few players that maybe we like on certain teams, and we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, should be great.
Should be great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to lead us off?
Yes,
with our
sure.
8th best team in the tournament?
8th best team. Team Czech Republic. Strengths. They've got some decent forward depth. They don't really have anybody that's gonna, knock your socks off or make you go crazy or, have a game plan to shut that in particular person down. They're just, they're all right all around.
Yeah,
Not good, not great. They're all right.
They have decent forward depth. It's tough to really field like a really good team for a country that, they're usually pretty competitive, but it's not like they have a ton of NHL players.
Yeah.
They got pretty much the best of the best there for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
and they just don't really have some of the high-end talent that some of the other countries do. I'd say some of their weaknesses is just their D-core in general. Probably their best defender maybe would be Michael Kempny, who was just signed by the Chicago Blackhawks, and he'll be transitioning to the NHL from the KHL, so I'm interested to see how he plays.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Another strength that I forgot to mention, they have a player named Michael Jordan.
The GOAT. So obviously they're going to win this tournament because all he does is win championships.
Right, he's just going to be slam dunking them all.
Yeah. On skates.
Sorry,
should work well. But yeah, so some of the snubs we felt was a team all world instead of maybe Europe and Czech Republic.
They could have had like Team Europe, and then anybody who didn't make Team Europe, plus anybody from around the world that wanted to have a general tryout could have been that team. I feel like it probably would have been either the same or better than Team Czech Republic.
Yeah, they could have got all those great South Korean hockey players who are going to be in the Olympics.
Well, no, but it would have been cool to see some play, like, players from different countries you never see play. Like, I'm pretty sure Jamaica has a hockey team, which is crazy.
They could have
awesome.
got Taro Tsuchimoto to come out of retirement.
Yes, that would have been amazing.
Speaking of old guys, one of their biggest stumps is Jaromir Jagr, who is left off of this list. He probably declined the invite, I'm guessing, but it would have been really nice to have his presence. They're really going to miss another good forward like that.
That would have been a guy you got to cover.
Yeah. Even though he's 612 years old, but
close enough.
Yeah. Which leads us to the 7th best team in this
like
tournament.
Dog years or something.
Yager years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Hashtag Yager years. So. There we go.
Oh god.
Anyway, number 7 team in this tournament, we sort of referenced them already, is Team Europe, which they also kind of got the short end of the stick because they're made up of all just the countries who didn't have big enough programs to have their own team. Yeah, so including like Slovakia, which maybe could have been over Czech Republic.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
I think so.
But they have all the one Norwegian player, Mats Zuccarello, and like the Austrians like Vanek and Danish, Slovenians.
Vanek.
Yeah. Thomas. But some of their strengths, there's definitely some weaknesses on this team, but their biggest strength is a guy named Anze Kopitar, who is really good and is probably not good enough to carry this team, but he's definitely a guy that you gotta watch out for if you're going up against this team. They have decent forward depth overall. As we mentioned, guys like Vanek and Zuccarello, they got some pretty decent players.
Hossa, a couple other guys that have been really good in their careers, but are kind of. Both of these teams have, the Czech Republic was a really good team when Chara was in his prime, and Bukanic is Bukanic
Czechoslovakian.
Czechoslovakian,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Bukanic is on Team Czech.
No, I'm sorry, I got them mixed up.
Yeah.
But they were really good when they were younger, but they're kind of towards the end of their careers now, and now that they are, the Czech Republic and Slovakia too doesn't really have, that young, really good youth anymore. They're at the end.
Yeah, so that's definitely some of the big weaknesses of Team Europe is that they got a lot of older players, which kind of makes them a very slow team. And as we saw them play Team North America in the exhibition games, they skated all over Team Europe.
Yeah.
And Team Europe just could not keep up with those young guys. At all. And aside from Kopitar, they just kind of have a lack of just overall high-end talent on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have a rough task ahead of them.
Yep.
Yeah. And some of the guys that we felt might have been snubs on this team is a guy like Zemgus Girgensons. We're Sabres fans, so we got to bring up Zemgus.
Right.
But he plays definitely a hard-nosed game, has shown that he has some skill as well.
Mm.
So, and then two other guys, Nikolai Ehlers and Lars Eller. So it was pretty confusing. But
Yeah. Well, we made this video once already.
Yeah.
But the camera,
due to technical
camera
difficulties,
cut out on us, so we had to redo it.
Yeah.
And then the first one I got, he said Ehlers. I thought he meant Eller. Both snubs.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
They both were snubs, so it worked out.
Yeah. But these are guys that you want to see on the team just because of what we said earlier, that there are older guys now.
Yeah.
And
Girgensons and Ehlers are definitely guys who can skate. And
right.
Who could add a little bit of speed to that lineup.
Yeah, definitely could have helped them. Just, I'm not 100% sure right now about what the roster is.
Yeah.
Obviously, by now
you'll
have it. You'll have already seen what the roster is. So, but there's probably a few guys in there that aren't even in the NHL that probably.
Yeah, they had a few KHL guys in there. So,
whatever.
It leads us to our sixth team that Tyler is going to take away here.
Team Finland. Good jerseys again.
Yep.
Strengths for this team: grit and shutdown ability, similar to Team USA, which we haven't gotten to yet. But they've got a really solid two-way lineup, and they're not going to be able to go out there and put up 7 or 8 goals, but they're not going to have to because they're going to be able to shut down other teams. They've got guys like Barkov who he'll be able to kind of anchor if he's got to go against Crosby, which he wouldn't until the playoffs round or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But they've got guys who are going to be able to play a good two-way game, capitalize on some chances, and for the most part shut down the big lines of the other teams. So we have them as Team 6 just because of their overall talent, but.
This is a team that could rise higher.
Yeah.
It seems like in international competition, Finland always rises to the occasion and plays even beyond what they look like on paper. So they definitely are going to play a hard-nosed game. It's going to be tough to play against them. They're going to be in every game they play. So they do have some nice players, as you mentioned, Barkov. On defense, for our guy Rasmus Ristolainen, Oli Mata, and Sami Vatanen. So they definitely have some really good players. So.
They'll be a good team to watch.
Yeah.
Snubs. One of them was Kari Lehtinen. They had I didn't say weaknesses.
We'll flip it over.
Yeah, we're flipping, flopping, and chopping. Snubs, Kerry Lettinen, they had a
They have like
Swedish
Tuukka
hockey league guy that was in there. You know, maybe they're just kind of keeping him there for maybe the experience. Maybe they think he'll be their national team guy in the future or something. But Kerry Lettinen definitely could have made the team. He played all right last year, and you know, the next I think he might be retired, but Teemu Selanne.
Yeah.
Don't care. He should be playing.
They're really gonna miss a guy like that on Team Finland because he was awesome. So.
And one more I forgot to write down. Billy Leno.
Billy Leno.
Total snub.
He should have been captaining this team.
I mean, like, I don't know how they missed him. Oh wait, he probably didn't have any points last year.
Yeah. Probably somehow had like negative points.
Right.
I don't know. But as we forgot to mention, some of the weaknesses, just some of the high-end scoring on that team. Like they have Barkov, but aside from maybe like Patrick Laine, who's going to be exciting, but he's also a rookie, so yeah. And then some of their D depth, they got some good top guys, as we mentioned, Risto and Mata and Vodnen, but aside from after that, you know, they're just kind of lacking when compared to some of the other teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
Which leads us to number 5, Team Russia.
Almost the exact opposite of Team Finland.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But Team Russia is going to be really fun to watch, I think. And we kind of had them number 5 because of some of their glaring weaknesses, but they are going to put up a lot of goals. They got all kinds of skill guys on this team. I'm sure you've heard of like Alexander Ovechkin, Evgeny Malkin.
I don't know.
Artemi Panarin.
He could have been good.
Pavel Datsyuk.
Who's that?
See some guys playing.
Is he playing in the NHL?
He's playing in the KHL.
Oh, see, another
He's
KHL
not even
guy out
yeah,
there. What the heck?
Is Kovalchuk on that team too?
I don't know. You know because you've already seen the little screen thing.
You probably are yelling at the screen right now, but if he is,
you know, I don't think he is because he got scratched, and I think either bought out or traded in the playoffs last year.
He forgot how to play, so.
Yeah, there's a possible return to the NHL for him. I think unless he puts up like 60 goals and 60 assists in the KHL this year, it's not happening.
They have Evgeny Kuznetsov, I think. So.
Yes, and they also have Kucherov.
Oh man. Yeah, they got all kinds of high-end scoring talent. So they're gonna be really fun to watch. But you know, some of their weaknesses is the rest of the team. their defense and their goalies. Their goalies are all right, but nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
You know, Varlamov, Bobrovsky are decent, but they're kind of lacking compared to some of the other teams in the tournament. But then their defense, their best guys are probably Markov, who's also like 612 years old, who his play kind of tailed off last year.
Yeah. And
then Sabres newly acquired Dmitry Kulikov, who's decent, but he's not going to carry a team.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that if their defense can just kind of play like meh, and their goaltending, whoever they pick as their starter, can kind of like hit like a real nice wave of amazing goaltending, they might be able to really do some damage even against Canada.
Yeah, because they can score with the best of them. So.
They might have the best, or at least, if not, the second best group of forwards in the tournament.
Definitely, probably like the most offensively
gifted,
talented forwards, but yeah.
They probably have Tarasenko.
Yeah, Tarasenko. Jeez, another guy.
Dang.
I mean, we already named like 8 names right now, like Tarasenko. Like, wow. Yeah, Russia is probably maybe aside from Team North America, which we'll get to, Russia is probably the team I'm most looking forward to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're always fun.
They're always fun, but somehow they always find a way to blow it. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes this year. But on to number 4, as I just mentioned.
Thank you.
Yes.
Strengths for this one.
We didn't say what. Okay. He's got a plan.
I got a plan. I don't have a plan. Strengths for this team. They're young. They have a lot of depth. I think they've got good scoring depth. I know I haven't said the team name yet. I don't know if you guessed by the young factor in it. It's Team North America.
So you
if
did
you
have a
didn't,
plan
if you
there.
didn't know, that you have to be 23 or under in order to be eligible to play for this team.
Yeah.
So they're all, relatively inexperienced. There's a couple guys who've been in the NHL since they're 18, so that would be around 5 years of NHL experience, which is good, but a couple of those guys didn't even make the team.
Yeah, I guess we can walk right into the subs there. Like, a guy like Alex Galchenyuk, who's one of my favorite players, even though he plays on the Canadiens.
And Jonathan Hoopy Doobie Duberdo, as the Florida announcer likes to say. He didn't make the team either. I'm pretty sure he came right in as an 18-year-old.
Yeah, Galchenyuk was the year after. Huberdeau came in with like Couturier, who was on the team. So
that's wow.
Yeah. But yeah, those are two players who definitely could have helped them.
And then my boy Sam Reinhart.
Rhino.
Didn't make it. I mean, they got a lot of offense, so I guess I understand why Couturier made it over Sam Reinhart, because they need that shutdown guy, but come on.
Yeah,
really?
right.
His passing ability? Oh.
Exactly. That would have been very nice to have. And just like, I really think Galchenyuk should have been on this team. If he is indeed eligible, we're pretty sure he is. But he had 30 goals last year, kind of his coming out party, and he's got experience in the league, and he's a good player.
He had a streak last year where he scored on like 12 of 16 shots or something like that, which is ridiculous. I mean, they were all like the same. He just had it in the slot, and it was like, oh, I'm just going to lift it top shelf because, the goalie sucks that I'm playing.
Yep.
But, so that weaknesses for this team, like we said earlier, they're unproven. All of them are, relatively young.
By design.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But their goaltending, again, unproven. It's John Gibson, Matt Murray, and I don't know what the other one was. But, Matt Murray won the Cup last year, but he really didn't play all that much until the very end of the season and then into the playoffs. So he had that good stretch, but I guess he kind of did what you want to do when you come to the NHL. So
win the Cup.
He is proven, but he's unproven just because he only played like 20-something games.
Right. Yeah, we'll see if he can continue that success. They're going to be a really fun team to watch, though, with that line that's been going around, like McDavid, Eichel, and like Johnny Gaudreau on the line.
Although Paul Hamilton was saying that Eichel didn't really do well on the wing.
Right. I think they'll probably move him back to center, but I mean, even if you move back to center, he plays with like Nathan McKinnon,
Jonathan Drouin. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean,
what a team.
Yeah. So they're going to be really fun to watch.
Domi and Duclair aren't even on the team.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
those are guys who could have been on the team as well.
Two guys that have been good for the Canadian junior team in the past.
Yeah. So I definitely like the idea of this team, and they're going to be super fun to watch, just like Team Russia. But our next team is Team USA. Hopefully they can do like a miracle on ice thing, even though this isn't quite the high stakes.
Doesn't really care that much.
Yeah, but we have them winning bronze, so to speak, as their third best team. So they're, as we mentioned before, they're kind of similar to Team Finland in their strengths, where they have a lot of grit. They're going to play great D on you, and that's kind of their game. They're going to try and shut you down and stay in games, and then hopefully get some timely goals to take you down. And as we saw, it can work. They beat Team Canada in the first exhibition game. So their goaltending is pretty good. Jonathan Quick.
Goaltending.
Goaltending. I didn't know. Yeah. Like Jonathan Quick is a good goalie. Corey Schneider played really well, and Ben Bishop. So they're in good hands there, and they got some nice players on their team. Like Patrick Kane, who's a great player.
Oh yeah, Pacioretty.
Yeah, Pacioretty, Zach Parise,
Blake Wheeler.
Yeah, and then on defense they got like Ryan Suter, Dustin Byfuglien. So
McDonough.
Yeah, McDonough. So they got some nice guys.
I think they got both
Carlson too. Yeah.
Oh, Carlson and the Johnsons.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So they're going to be a fun team to watch. Obviously, we're American, so we're gonna
root them on.
Yeah, we're going to be cheering them on. But
some of the snubs for this team. I don't understand why. I mean, the last one you can kind of get, but Phil Kessel and Kyle Okposo didn't make this team,
Yeah.
but Brandon Dubinsky,
Kyle Palmieri.
Justin
Ebb.
frickin'
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. For a team that is main weakness is just their scoring depth, and so leave off Phil Kessel and Kyle Oposo,
guy who should have gotten the Conn Smith in the Cup Finals last year, but because his one-timer garbage goal as he fell and slipped on the ice, hit the goalie in the pad because he made a good save.
No, he can't win.
That right, the Conn Smith. He just carried the team throughout the entire freaking playoffs.
No big deal. Even a guy like Bobby Ryan would have been nice, who had some scoring touch.
Yeah.
But
even if he's playing on the third line, he's a thick guy. He can still play a checking role if you need him to. But no.
We're not the ones in charge. I guess,
Advocator and Dubinsky.
Whatever. It'll be fun to watch, and I really like their white jerseys. They look super nice.
Yes, they do.
So, but they should bring back the 1980 jerseys because they are top notch. Yep. But number 2, our silver medal is.
Oh, silver medalist, Team Sweden. Their strengths, Sweden, Swedish fish. Defense is like amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, and they've had like 2 or 3 guys drop out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and
because of
even
injuries, and they're still just like stupid good.
Yeah. Carlson, Hjalmarsson, Ekman Larson,
Hedman.
Like,
I don't know if Klingberg's playing or not, but if he is,
it's probably the best defensive unit in the tournament.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, and then their scoring depth and playmaking ability. They've got a lot of guys who are going to be able to find the person who wants to get the puck, but one of that leads into kind of one of the weaknesses. They don't really have that high end, holy crap, watch out guy. I mean, Ekman Larson and their defensemen are more of that than some of their forwards.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys who are good playmakers. Your Nicholas Backstroms, Phil Forsbergs of the world, and those guys can score too, but it's not really so much their game. And then they got some nice players like Landeskog and that who are more two-way players. So I really like Team Sweden. I think their jerseys are really cool too. I like the Trey Kernor thing. So I always like watching Team Sweden. They always seem to step up in these kind of tournaments. So.
And their goalie depth is decent.
I mean, they got Henrik Lundqvist.
And they had, I think they have Enroth now, right?
They got Enroth because
Anderson got hurt and Lehner.
Anderson was Team Europe, but Lehner got hurt for Sweden. But yeah.
So and then some of the snubs that we have, we really don't have any. I guess from the Sabres' point of view, Johan Larsson might have been someone you wanted to see on the team, but obviously.
Maybe Alexander Nylander.
I
I don't think he's proven enough yet.
No, definitely not.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But we really feel they picked the best of the best.
Anyone who's not on the team is in on the team because they were hurt.
Yeah, or they
had
out.
Right.
Yeah. But we just drew number 1, which is kind of obvious. Our gold medal team is Team Canada. CANAD. They just have so many good hockey players that they just had so many players to choose from. That they can just assemble an all-star team and they could have a B team that would beat most of the teams in this tournament.
Right. And every single one of the lines on this team could be a first line on a real NHL team.
It's ridiculous. You got Crosby,
their scratches
Taves,
could be
Thornton, Couture. Even like Jamie Benn dropped out and they're still like top notch.
Patrick Sharp got snubbed.
Yeah. But yeah, they got so many good parts to this team. Their goaltending is amazing with Carey Price, and even if they're not starting him, they got Corey Crawford, Braden Holtby. Their offense, as we mentioned, there's so much depth. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really good. And if we had to choose a weakness, it's their defensive unit, but that's more by default by saying it's weaker than their other 2 units.
Yeah.
But still probably better than 5 teams in this tournament. So,
yeah.
I mean, they still got Drew Doughty, like Brent Burns, and they're gonna be good still on there. But
Bouwmeester's a little bit of a head scratcher, but
Yeah.
he's, that veteran presence sort of guy, so.
Yeah, I would have liked to see PK Subban there. I know
Yeah.
some people have a problem with him for his off the ice stuff or whatever, but I think that's kind of overblown.
It's
in my
overblown,
opinion.
and get over it.
Yeah.
It's hockey.
Right.
You want it to be more boring, then go
Yeah.
to the frickin' owners' meetings and say, you should be able to coaches challenge when you do a coaches challenge.
By the way, the coaches challenge is in this tournament.
Oh, that's right, it is, isn't it?
Perfect.
Wow. Great.
But yeah, PK Subban would have been really nice for them to have because he's just such a dynamic player and one of the best defensemen in the league.
Yeah,
So-
it would have given teams a real hard time.
Yeah. And then two other guys that we like who probably could have been on this team, but I don't know who you take off to put them in. But Ryan O'Reilly is a really good two-way player who can be a good playmaker and play strong defensively, win faceoffs. And,
Yeah.
And then Taylor Hall, a really good scoring winger. So those would have been two guys who probably could have made this team.
Yeah.
But so that's what we got for you. Just as a preview, we got our two groups right here. So if you want to introduce Group A.
Yeah, sure. Group A is Canada, the Czech Republic, Team Europe, and Team USA.
So that should be an interesting group. It's kind of like Canada, USA, and then the rest.
Yeah. Not 100% positive on how they do the reseeding. It might be like each group faces off against each other, and then after that they kind of play the winner from each one, or they could just reseed completely.
Right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but that should be interesting. I think Group B is overall better with Finland, Team North America, Russia, and Sweden. I think that's going to be a really exciting group. I'm interested to see how North America perform against those countries, especially Finland and Sweden.
Yeah.
I feel like could be tough matchups for them. I think they could maybe skate with Russia. I don't know if they'll outscore them, but
it's interesting. There's in all their games, they could have a chance to either win anybody they face, or they could lose all their games.
Yeah.
They'll be North America's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be really fun to watch. So hopefully you guys found this preview useful, and we'll use the information we gave you on your watching of this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So like this video if you like this video. And subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep getting you the Sabres Ultimate Team, Sabres Breakdown stuff, including some other hockey stuff once the season gets a little closer here.
And let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about.
We're really thinking about a whole broadcast about jerseys and the jerseys we like, so
Yes.
if you guys think that's a good idea, or if you guys have some opinions, let us know.
Okay.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.